What's up guys, Sam Taggart here with another episode of the D2D Apprentice, a leadership show on how to really scale your business and solve leadership problems. And in this episode, we actually have this blitz trip that you've never ran before and you're trying to figure out how to do a blitz. Where to go, when to go, how long to go, how to budget, how logistics are, because a lot of times people don't realize getting outside of their comfort zone and going outside of your market to go sell is a really effective way to get high volume, because you stay concentrated. So I'm curious if these guys can effectively map out a blitz trip. Let's dive in.
All right, perfect. So obviously how to run your first blitz. We're gonna run a little meeting for you guys, and we're actually gonna talk about how to plan a blitz from start to finish and use a real life example. So you guys are gonna wanna take some notes here. Will is gonna kick us off.
All right, what's up guys? So first things first, we gotta give it a name. We've done our market research over the last 60 days, and we found a market that's really close to our headquarters. The original reps can drive there, so we can cut some costs there. But we're calling this the OG Blitz, okay? So check it out. You guys are gonna love this, all right? Got the OG Blitz, folks. So we're gonna take seasoned reps, and what we've done is we've already set up people who are gonna be trainees out there, right? Because we don't wanna just blitz an area, get all this revenue and then leave, right? Why don't we just blitz in our backyard if there's enough deals back there? So we have a whole team that's ready. We have 6 trainees that are gonna run boot camp simultaneously, and we're gonna train with them. But it's the OG Blitz, so that's a little introduction.
Yep.
And it all.
Let's go into how long we're gonna be at that blitz.
So we're gonna be there for 14 days. Halfway through, we're gonna have a team motivational day on a Monday. And then at the end, we'll be having a barbecue just to celebrate Band of the Blitz.
Perfect. And then we'll go into the travel, actually. Go into a little bit of detail there, what that looks like.
Yeah, so we're gonna make sure that everyone has their own cars, because we don't wanna be renting the car there. And we're gonna be having the trainer and one of the new people who are getting trained in one car. We're also gonna make sure, because we're OGs, gonna make sure as a family we start together and we finish the blitz together. No one starts or later or earlier than the others. So the full 14 days we're all gonna be together as good OGs, gangsters.
We'll go over a little bit more logistics here as well. Definitely want to take notes on this.
Yeah, guys, logistics are super important. So here's how it's going to work. Like he said, we've got 6 people, 6 closers. They're all going to have their own truck, and then we have 6 trainees. 1 trainee will drive with each closer. It's about a 3-hour drive, and then we have an Airbnb that sleeps 6, so we'll have that out there. Sleeps 12, and we'll have that out there as well. What we're gonna do is we're also gonna bookend the blitz, so we're gonna send mailers out to 2 zip codes in the area 2 weeks ahead of time. That's gonna cost us $2,500, which we'll recover in a couple deals. We'll have a couple guys setting up appointments from those mailers 2 weeks in advance for the 2 weeks that we'll be out there for the blitz for some supplemental deals. And then at the end of the blitz, we're gonna have a cleanup crew that's gonna stay on for an extra week, and those will be 2 top closers that will stay out there just in order to close any loose ends, any deals that couldn't sit for the 2 weeks that we were initially out there.
Perfect. And obviously there's gonna be a cost to doing a blitz, right? So we gotta make sure that we have a budget. So with the budget, there's gonna be the budget for the Airbnb. That's gonna be approximately $3,000. On top of that, we're gonna have a pretty sweet incentive, so we'll end on the fun note here of what everybody's working towards. That's gonna be a $6,000 fixed cost on the incentive there, as well as we're gonna have some food for that dinner at the end, so we're accommodating for about $500 there, and then $2,500 for the mailers that are gonna be sent out ahead of time, okay? But the incentives is, what everybody works towards here.
Yeah, so basically for incentives, is basically how much you guys sell. And the top earners are actually gonna go to Sand Hollow. They get to go down to Wakeboard down there. And also the winning team also gets 1% override for the entire revenue that was generated as well. Yeah.
Awesome, so this is really the start to finish of what a blitz looks like. Where do you go and why? Doing the market research ahead of time. How long you're gonna be there. Ultimately, you want to make sure that you have the budget involved with the travel and logistics as well. And then you got to have something fun as an incentive for people to work for that's competitive. So everybody that contributes gets to go wakeboarding. But then not only that, but you have the top producers that are rewarded as well.
Love it. Let's give him a round of applause. Awesome job. Okay, so stay up here.
How much time did we go?
34 seconds left. So awesome job. Cruise. I'm gonna give it a 9. Like that was good. 9, okay.
Now break this down.
Yeah, let me break it down. So guys, they went through a lot. And so anybody that hasn't ran a blitz, like in the off season in pest control, you guys should be doing blitzes to help train your guys, right? Or like to mix it up and scrambled eggs. Like, so I liked, I was gonna be like, when you say backyard, 3 hours is a good distance. I wouldn't go anything under 2 hours. So I was like, where are they going? So you want them far enough away to where it's like, I'm gone, and close enough to where they can all drive their own cars, right? That was a good pick there. 14 days, good distance, or good time line. And I like the fact that they don't have no part-timers. Not like I can go for 4 days, does that work? Like, yeah, start and we stop, it's super important. You're either committed to the blitz or you're not committed to the blitz. Very, very important. Love the mailers. The pre-setters, that's like its own blitz in of itself, right? Like how do you determine and manage pre-setter sets to go out prior? That's where I kind of dinged you a little bit, like, cause it's like, do I have a setter blitz that then the closers show up 3 days late to? That might be the way you could do it.
Virtual setting.
Okay. I was thinking.
Call the mailer in the
Okay.
or a Facebook ad.
Yeah, it sounded, I was like, okay, so do you have like another blitz go down there? And
There's a phone number there they call in.
okay. Okay. So people are calling off the mailers. Okay.
So 10?
Close. I like the cleanup idea. The only part about that struggles is the communication on partial deals is always tough. So is that person gonna go snake or take the virtual follow-up guy? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I've almost got this one-legger closed. Can you go meet with them? Like, how does that happen? And logistically, that's hard because people are really protective over their own deals. And then what's the incentive for him to go, oh, I forgot to get a utility bill picture, or I forgot to get a insurance declaration page, or I forgot to get, whatever if you're doing it in roofing, I got to go meet with the adjusters now. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like what's his incentive to go meet with the adjuster meets for all the people that he didn't sell? And we got to figure the economics out to where it's like, is it a sales guy that stays up, or is it just an admin, or does that make sense? So that's something to like logistically think through. Obviously in 5 minutes, you probably anyway. So it's important, but there's some good logistics from communicating of who's who that is really important. I love the incentive. The other part is you said 1% split on the winning team. How does that get divided? Is it just divided evenly? Is it a budget that goes towards a prize?
So it was the wakeboarding was for people that contributed on the blitz, and then that winning team, so top and roofing or solar would be like setter closer.
Okay, the pair.
Trainee and
You're
OG.
the trainee and the OG. Okay,
yeah.
I thought you meant team, meaning like the whole
No, just
team. Okay,
that
cool.
winning team.
The winning pair. I like that. The other problem I see with this is how do you determine? I don't like the pairs, and this is where I also dinged you. I've got 6 new guys, 6 veterans. We call it the OG Blitz. I think it'd be best to either just do all OGs or not make it a pairs thing, because the problem is if I'm with the 6th best closer and I'm a pretty good setter and have a lot of potential, I'm kind of getting the shaft. Does that make sense? Like, and I don't know and determine if I'm all brand new. You don't know. You guys are my new 6 people. I'm like, well, Sonia, you go with John. Yeah, I think you're a John kind of guy. And Steve, you're going with Steve. He's great. You'll love Steve. And then what if Steve's like half-assing it because he's dealing with marital problems, and it's like Hung's over here like, I'm here, right? Like, so sometimes when you pigeonhole people to be in there, like it's you versus him, one of them ends up failing, or the closer's like, what the hell? Why didn't I get Hung? Because he's the best, and I should be getting all of Hung's appointments. Does that make sense? So either one guy's overproducing for the closer's underproducing for the setter, or vice versa, or both. And I want to kind of be careful not to like hurt production because of that. Is that making sense?
What's the solution to that? 'Cause
So-
like, even with us, like we run a mentor-mentee model, so it's like that's their leader, but we have them train with everybody else. But that
It's
is their
okay to
designated
have, like,
person to run their appointments
I don't like the designated, well then.
for the whole blitz.
Okay, yeah. So if all 6 of them are qualified mentors, then yes. But if all of them aren't, you don't feel qualified mentors, then put 2 to 1, put 3 to 1. Does that make sense? I'd rather have 3 appointments to 1 closer, and feed the hot hand and get them 5 appointments a day, because that's what makes logistical sense for everyone. And then just be like, these guys need a little bit more TLC, we'll give you 1-to-1, because you can't carry 3 setters, but that guy could carry 3 setters and still be fine. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid of that, because it's not like, well, that's not fair. It's like, this is not your setter. Like, you didn't hire them, you didn't recruit them. We just need help with them. And the perk is, so be better and I'll give you more. Does that make sense? So that would be how I would kind of structure a little bit, instead of kind of like, everyone's equal, everyone gets 1. Because I just found it, all those 6 closers aren't equal. You know what I mean?